November might seem like the garden's slowing down, but this is actually one of the best months to plant. Cooler air and moist soil help roots settle quietly through winter, setting the stage for stronger, more effortless growth next spring. So if you want borders that look beautiful without constant care, these low-maintenance perennials are the perfect choices to plant right now. Let's dive in. First on the list, Catmint, the plant that settles quietly through fall and explodes with color in spring. Its silvery foliage and lavender blue blooms create a soft, cloud-like texture that makes any border look instantly fuller. Fall is the perfect time to plant it. The roots establish deeply in cool soil, giving it a head start for next year's long, effortless bloom season. Catmint loves full sun and thrives in poor, well-drained soil. Once rooted, it needs little more than sunshine and the occasional trim after flowering. It's naturally resistant to drought, pests, and deer, one of those perennials that practically run on autopilot. By early spring, its mounded form wakes up with new shoots that quickly fill gaps in the border, drawing bees and butterflies from the first warm days onward. Even when not in bloom, its foliage keeps borders soft and silvery, blending beautifully with other plants. Use catmint along paths, at the edge of raised beds, or as a low drift in front of taller perennials. It's the perfect plant it now, forget it later addition, low maintenance, long blooming, and perfect for November planting. Next, Coreopsis Zagreb, a cheerful burst of gold that loves to shine with almost no effort. Its fine, feathery foliage forms a tidy mound that stays bright and fresh through most of the year. By planting it now in the cool November soil, you're giving it the perfect chance to establish strong roots before spring. Come early summer, it'll reward you with a sea of golden yellow blooms that keep coming without any fuss. Coreopsis thrives in full sun and poor, well-drained soil. It actually prefers conditions too tough for fussier flowers. Once it's settled, it's drought-tolerant and needs little more than the occasional trim to stay compact. It's one of those plants that quietly thrives while others demand your attention. What makes Zagreb so lovable is how long it blooms. Even in heat or dry spells, it keeps pushing out flowers, keeping your border lively for months. The bright color pairs beautifully with purples, silvers, or ornamental grasses, bringing balance and warmth to your landscape. Plant it near the front of borders or along walkways where the low, sunny color can catch the light. It's the kind of perennial that makes you look like an expert gardener, even when you've barely lifted a finger. Coming in third, Lavender Hidcote, the timeless classic that rewards patience with fragrance and beauty. November is the perfect month to plant it. The cooler air and moist soil help its roots settle before next summer's bloom. Compact and silvery, this variety forms neat mounds of evergreen foliage, and by mid-year it bursts into rich violet flowers that fill the air with calming scent. Lavender thrives in full sun and dry, well-drained soil, preferring conditions that many plants would struggle in. Avoid heavy watering or rich compost. It does best when left alone. Once established, it needs little more than pruning after flowering to keep its rounded form tidy and fresh. Beyond its looks, Lavender Hidcote brings pollinators by the dozens and fills the garden with a sense of peace. The blooms last for weeks, and even dry, they hold their shape beautifully, perfect for cutting or crafting. It's both practical and poetic, fitting seamlessly into low-maintenance gardens. Plant it along pathways, borders, or in pots, where you can brush against the leaves and catch its scent as you walk by. Lavender Hidcote proves that sometimes the simplest plants are the ones that make your garden feel truly alive. Next on the list, Sedum Autumn Joy, a hardy perennial that practically thrives on neglect. With its thick, fleshy leaves and sturdy stems, it brings structure and texture to borders long after other plants have faded. November is an ideal time to plant or divide it. The cool soil helps roots settle easily before winter, ensuring a strong, upright display by the time next fall rolls around. Sedum loves full sun and well-drained soil, and it actually prefers conditions too dry for most perennials. Once it's established, it rarely needs watering and shrugs off heat or drought with ease. It's one of those plants that only looks better when left alone. No fertilizer, no fuss, just reliability year after year. Its blooms start soft pink in late summer and deepen into copper tones through autumn, staying attractive well into winter. Even when frost arrives, the dried flower heads catch the morning light and sparkle, turning your border into a sculptural winter scene without any effort. Use Sedum Autumn Joy toward the middle of your border or as a companion to ornamental grasses and lavender. It's bold but balanced, a true cornerstone plant that brings both form and endurance to your November garden. Next, Heuchera Caramel, the foliage gem that brings warm color when everything else is fading. Its soft amber leaves with hints of apricot and gold look like autumn frozen in time, making it one of the most stunning plants to add now as the rest of the garden slows down. Planting in November gives Heuchera a chance to root deeply while the air is cool, ensuring lush, vibrant growth once spring arrives. Heuchera thrives in part shade and evenly moist, well-drained soil. It's easygoing and adapts to different conditions, from woodland corners to front porch planters. The caramel variety is especially hardy. The foliage stays attractive even through light frost, giving constant color where most perennials go dormant. By late winter and early spring, new leaves unfurl in a glowing mix of orange and coral thymes, catching the light and instantly reviving dull garden corners. Its delicate flower spikes rise in early summer, attracting hummingbirds and pollinators with minimal effort from you. Use it in shaded borders, beneath trees, or as a companion to hostas and ferns. It's a low-maintenance color anchor, a plant that quietly holds beauty through the seasons without demanding much in return. Coming up next, Allium Millennium, the plant that turns next summer's garden into a glowing scene of purple orbs. This late-blooming allium isn't the kind you dig up and replant every year. It's a hardy, clump-forming perennial that returns reliably with minimal care. November is the sweet spot for planting. The bulbs love the cool soil, giving them time to anchor roots before the frost sets in. Allium Millennium thrives in full sun and well-drained soil. Once it's in the ground, you can practically forget about it. It's drought-tolerant, pest-resistant, and even deer tend to leave it alone. After it finishes flowering in summer, its seed heads dry into sculptural forms that stay beautiful long after the petals fade, adding structure to the border deep into fall. By mid to late summer, each sturdy stem lifts a perfect sphere of rosy purple flowers that attract bees, butterflies, and curious looks from anyone passing by. It's one of those plants that quietly takes a border from ordinary to artful, and it asks for nothing but sunlight. Plant it among ornamental grasses or around the base of roses to soften their edges. It's compact, neat, and reliable, a plant that gives your November garden plans a touch of future promise and year-round polish. And finally, Salvia Nemorosa, the perennial that brings effortless color and movement to any garden. With its upright spikes of violet-blue blooms and fragrant foliage, it's a plant that always looks fresh, even under summer heat. November is one of the best times to plant it. The cool weather helps roots establish deeply, so by spring, you'll have a sturdy, full clump ready to burst with flowers. Salvia loves full sun and well-drained soil, and once settled, it's one of the lowest maintenance bloomers you can grow. It doesn't mind poor soil, shrugs off drought, and thrives with just a quick trim after each flowering flush. Every cut encourages new growth, meaning you'll enjoy color from late spring through fall with barely any effort. What makes Salvia Nemorosa so valuable is its rhythm. It blooms, rests, then blooms again, keeping borders lively for months. The flowers attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, while the aromatic leaves deter pests. It's both beautiful and practical, exactly what a November planting should promise. Use it in sunny borders alongside lavender or Coreopsis for a harmonious, repeating palette of purple and gold. It's the kind of plant that rewards patience. Quiet now in fall, spectacular when the season turns again. And there you have it. 7 easy, dependable plants that will reward your November effort with months of color and life. They're hardy, self-sufficient, and ready to make next spring's garden even better. So get planting before the frost sets in and let your garden do the rest. Thanks for watching and happy gardening!